Hey, welcome back to our Giving Tuesday campaign, Ancient Faith Ministries. Joining me today is CEO of Ancient Faith Ministries, John Maddex.
Hello.
I like to call him Dad.
Dad or so.
Yes, and Father Andrew Stephen Damick, who is our Chief Content Officer, and
Good
Jerry
morning.
Minetos, who is our Development Director.
Good morning.
Well, guys, this is Giving Tuesday, but something unusual happened this past weekend. Jerry, you want to talk about it a little bit?
It's Giving Tuesday, and God bless all of our wonderful supporters. They've already given, even before the day has started. It's been truly, truly amazing and a huge blessing.
Well, and at 8:10 this morning, here's the big news. At 8:10 this morning, we surpassed the $100,000 goal. And the reason we say 100,000 is that because we had an initial matching dollar for dollar challenge from the Renaissance Fund, and we were going to try to raise that between, as the graphic says down below, between November 24th, I think it was, and December 2nd. So, I mean, really, we just had a few days to finish it up. And then on Saturday the 28th, we got another challenge because that one was met. And this was an all or nothing challenge from the Renaissance Fund, who said, listen, if you can raise an additional 50,000, we'll give you an additional 50,000, but here's the catch. You've got to raise all of it or there'll be nothing. Now we got the first 50, that was secure. That has already been committed. But we weren't so sure about that second 50, were we, Father Andrew?
No, when I saw that challenge on Saturday, I was like, I think we've tapped people out here. I don't think anyone else is going to be in on this.
Nothing could be further from the truth. We had well over 1,000 donors, which is truly phenomenal for a fundraising campaign like this. And what's awesome is that most of the gifts came to us in little $5, $10 increments, people just giving what they could and working together and raising this tremendous amount of money. I just could not be happier about how the whole thing transpired.
Jerry, what was the average gift?
Oh gosh, it was under $100.
Wow.
And if I may just read, first of all, glory be to God for the gifts, but we received some incredible comments. Allow me just to read one. This is from a $10 donor. And this person wrote as she or he gave the $10. They said, I already made my donation. This is for someone somewhere unknown to me, but known to God, who wants to donate, but cannot afford it. May God bless her or him abundantly. May God also bless Ancient Faith Radio and keep all of you safe. Glory be to God.
Wow.
This is just one. I was overwhelmed reading the messages, and I think it puts the onus on us even more as staff to continue to provide Christ-centered content to all these wonderful people, because there's an inner joy that we have, and I think it's shared by everyone that has contributed, that inner joy, and that inner joy is Christ. And so I'm just overwhelmed. I just had to read this one because this one is not only giving to us, but giving for somebody else. That was
that they don't even
amazing.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jerry, you've been so faithful in sharing each comment that we received with the whole staff. And each time we got one, it was just such an uplifting experience. And the whole thing has been just tremendous, just for the staff to kind of substantiate our commitment to the mission of Ancient Faith Radio on behalf of all of these wonderful listeners.
Yeah, we sit behind microphones often and we don't see who's listening. We hope there are people who are listening, and I'm sure, Father Andrew, you as a podcaster think the same thing. I'm putting this content out there, but is it landing anywhere? And it's times like this week that give us that assurance that it is landing. And here, Father Andrew, you've just started working full time with us in August as our Chief Content Officer. How do you feel about what you've seen this week?
I'll tell you that coming on board with Ancient Faith, I've been extremely happy to work with all my coworkers who are, far flung in various corners of the country, and just their enthusiasm and talent and skill and so forth. And it's been very, very encouraging to work with them. But often you make something and you upload it somewhere and then move on to the next thing, and it's not obvious most of the time that you're connecting to people. It's certainly not within the process of it. Like, I don't see people suddenly downloading it, or I don't see their faces, or they don't, whatever. But we do get email and messages, and of course now we've seen people express their appreciation and love and support and participation in what we're doing, not just with their words, but also now with their resources as well. I mean, over 1,000 people. That's just really amazing to me.
Yeah.
And that represents those who are able to participate in this particular way. But also, we get hundreds of thousands of downloads for Ancient Faith Radio every single month, and many people reading our books and so forth. And it's really just, it's astonishing to see the way that the people are connecting to the work that God is doing and that we get to participate in. So yeah, it's really gratifying to see so many people express their love for God and in this particular way.
And I just want to emphasize again that is $100,000 raised in exactly 1 week. My father and I were talking this morning, and just looking back, 10 years ago, we never could have dreamed that something like this could occur. And it's all because of you. You stepped up and really took care of us and took care of this ministry that hopefully you're being touched by. And obviously, to some degree, you are, because you really came through. And I just want to thank you again.
So here we are reflecting on a terrific Giving Tuesday, but I just want to say something here. There are many other ministries right now who also are raising money for Giving Tuesday. And we thank you for supporting us. That has just been an overwhelming satisfaction for us to see that you believe in what we're doing. But now it's time to support these other ministries. And there are so many of them. I hesitate to mention, but,
Yeah, don't want to leave one out.
I'm going to just mention a few. I think about the Orthodox Christian Prison Ministry, OCF, reaching out to our college students, OCMC, our missionary efforts, IOC, Focus North America, the Ages Initiative, the seminaries, St. Tikhon, St. Vladimir's, Holy Cross, and others. So many worthwhile ministries are looking for your support right now. And just let me encourage you, rejoice with us. Thank the Lord for what he's done. But now move on down the line and let's start supporting other ministries who are looking for a good Giving Tuesday and need it as well. Not the least of which, and please start here, is your own local parish. And Father Andrew, you were a parish priest for many years, and you know how important these days of giving are, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the parish should be the number one place that people give their support, and it makes the biggest impact locally when you do that, right? We need that place to pray, and we need to worship God with everything that we have, including our finances. And if you're not giving to your parish first, then I always said when I was a parish priest, not out of self-interested reasons, but because it's just true. And now I say it as someone who works for an Orthodox media ministry: give to your parish first. And if there's something then that you have left over, then give somewhere else as well. And that's always been our message at Ancient Faith for the whole time that it's existed.
Well, we believe, Jerry, that there is a certain joy in giving and in supporting. And yes, the ministry benefits, but the donor benefits. And talk a little bit about how that is true.
Yeah, the donor benefits, we all benefit, of course. And that's because if you give to something that's a worthy cause, that joy just permeates. And so it's a blessing that people think that we're worthy. But I have to say, reflecting about everything that's happened, I think we, all of us collectively, and I'm sure you'll all agree, we'd like to thank our content contributors, our volunteers, the team, the internal team, each and every one of them that put their heart into their work and try to put Christ first. I wish everybody could see the dynamics of the team internally and the love of the team internally. So we need to thank them as well as our listeners. And finally, Bobby and John and your entire Maddex family, we need to thank you, because this was a pearl that Christ gave you way back, and to see this now unfold is truly incredible. And I know I speak for everybody. There's an inner joy that I have that nobody's going to take away from me through this Christmas season. No matter what's happening externally, we have the joy, and we know all these people have the joy. So that's all I need to know. I'm heartened by all this. Glory be to God for everything. Yeah. Amazing.
For sure.
And we need to make sure to thank also the Renaissance Fund. They had so much belief in us, enough to issue 2 separate challenges. And I know that members of the board of the Renaissance Fund have been, monitoring our progress. That's how interested they are in us making this goal. And their generosity is just amazing. And, we thank them so much for issuing this challenge. It forced us to really, get our act together and make sure that, we took care of this opportunity, and we just can't appreciate them enough.
Yeah. It's so funny. At 8:10 this morning Central Time, the goal was met. At 8:11, I got a text from the administrator of the Renaissance Fund who said, congratulations. And it was so interesting to see, well, yeah, they're refreshing their browsers just like we are. And they're really coming alongside us this way. It's just a phenomenal blessing. Yeah. Father Andrew, final thoughts from you?
I was just reminded of those words from St. Paul where he said for us to provoke one another to good works. And I mean, this is exactly what's happened in the course of this campaign, is that, that the Renaissance Fund provoked us, and then we provoked others, and we provoked each other. And together, there's been good works for the sake of Christ, for his kingdom, for all of our salvation. So I'm just grateful for that, fulfilling the words of that great apostle, Paul.
How about you, Jerry?
Well, I just want to wish everyone a blessed Christmas Advent season, and the love of our internal staff to everybody out there. And I'm just going to have a great day now. My refresh is still going to be there, hitting the refresh button. I'm still going to be there, I think.
Yeah, take a nap. How about it? Bobby?
Yeah, well, I thank Father Andrew and Jerry for joining us today, and for all of their hard work in pursuit of this campaign. And it's just been an amazing week, and we all just feel so encouraged, at least here in Chesterton, Indiana, and I hope that you guys do too. And really enjoy this day, Jerry. You've done a really good job at organizing this. And, now we got to use that money, right? We got to reinvest in the ministry and see what we can do to grow further and to establish many new ventures. So thank you all again for giving, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And as you can imagine, we have a few ideas. All right. God bless you all. It's been great to be with you today. And thank you, listeners, for your wonderful support. Now go out and support some of those other great ministries as well. God bless you all.
Amen.